Hi, Emmanuel here with T2S, and T2S stands for Transform to Succeed. You can click the link below and just go to our website and see how we've been transforming and changing people's lives through some of the trainings that we, not some, but through our cloud and DevOps training. In this video, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk to you about a service called CloudFormation. CloudFormation, it's a service that AWS offered, and I'm gonna bring it here. It's a CloudFormation, and CloudFormation, it is a service that you can use to provision. So you use it to provision, like deploy infrastructure on AWS. So on AWS, you use this to provision infrastructure. And here we're talking about something very simple, like a storage service that you want to deploy or provision, or a virtual machine, or it could be an entire infrastructure, like a two-tier infrastructure, meaning that you have like a web application as tier number one. Then you also have like a storage, like a database, tier, and then you have all of the underlying components that you need to sustain and run your infrastructure. It could be simple or as complex as you're required to have it. And what it uses two templates. So it relies on templates, and you're gonna use so it uses templates, and these templates could be written either in JSON format or YAML, yet another marked up language, and that's YAML. JSON stands for JavaScript object notation. So this is kind of like how it works, and I'm gonna show you, discuss. This is like a high level overview of this resource. But some of the key features are like, number one, it's used as an infrastructure as code. So that's stand for IAC. You'll come across this terminology a lot of time, meaning that you use the code to provision your infrastructure. Not only to provision, but you can also, it allows version control, meaning you can have version 1 or 01, 02, 03 up to like 2.5. Every time you make a change on your code, depending on the requirements of your infrastructure, about your infrastructure, then that can become a new version, right? So the version of the code that you were using yesterday, because of the changes that you applied at the end of the day yesterday, today the same code will be version and like an upgrade of what you had yesterday or the days prior to the change. So that's kind of like how it works. So it's an infrastructure as code, and then the other thing is that you can also look at this. One of the key features is that this template is reusable. So there's that template reusability which is very important. Like you have it, and then you can use it again the next time. And lastly, another key feature is stack management. Stack management means that you are able to, CloudFormation allows you to manage resources as a single unit, and which simplifies pretty much the operations like such as updates, deletions, or rollbacks. You see that's the advantages of CloudFormation. The other thing that you need to know about, like the use cases. I mean, how and then when do we need to use this? Let's say number one, when you're dealing with multi-environment deployment, you can rely easily on CloudFormation. So multi-environment deployment. Let's say you have examples would be like when you have like the dev environment, you have the staging environment, and then you have the prod environment, etc., etc. So this is just an example. When you have that, then you can have you can use the same code but in different environments. And the only thing that you adjust would be like the endpoints, like some of the details or specs about the resources, depending on where, what environment you're using your resources. Another use case would be like automated discovery, disaster discovery, automated disaster recovery. Like in a case of there's a human error. Let's say somebody by mistake has deleted everything that you had. I mean, how do you recover from that incident? There's a natural disaster. And remember, the data centers, everything that we use on Amazon is hosted someplace in a physical location, right? And because it's a physical location, they have physical physical equipments, right? Like those data centers, and those are supercomputers. And now there's a tornado, there's something natural, like a natural disaster. One data center can die. All right, so that's why we have this, and that's why we use auto scaling. We use elastic load, especially auto scaling. We use versioning features, automated versioning and snapshots and stuff like that. So the key point, the bottom line is that when you create a system or create an infrastructure, make sure that you have like a copy of that saved in a different geographical area, because if all of your services are being hosted, let's say this is just an example in the US, and then that's data center hosting your resources and infrastructure is located in the US and has been affected by a natural disaster. So if you don't have a backup plan, you lose everything. You may probably not be able to recover much. So that's why you need to spread the same infrastructure, kind of like between at least two availability zones. And then AZ, that's a physical location where you have your physical data center. And we don't know where those physical things are, but we know they exist someplace. So that's the point here. All right. So number three, when with CloudFormation, because you have it on your infrastructure, which has a replica or a copy in a different availability zone, then you can just use the same thing. And then remember, you also have this code you can you store you can store some of these codes on your company computer at home or wherever you work from, right? So you can use that, and then it's just uploading that template to your CloudFormation stack, and then the infrastructure is up and running again. So that's the beauty of doing this. You can also use this in CI and CD. That's a continuous integration and continuous deployment. I'll just say deployment. This is also very, very helpful because it automates the infrastructure deployment alongside the application code. All right, so that's before we go to the console, so that I can show you briefly how this works. This is how you can do this. How to. All right. So this is how you can do it. Number one, you're gonna create a template. All right, you create a template, and number two, you upload the template to your. So you upload it to your CloudFormation console, or you can use AWS CLI to create a stack. And then number three, what you do is to create your stack. 4, you manage your stack. And when you talk about a stack, you're talking about a grouping of resources, right? You're talking about a grouping of resources. So this is kind of like what you need to know about CloudFormation. And how do I set it up? So first, you create a template, because you're gonna need a template. Then you upload that template to the console, CloudFormation console. And what you do, create your stack. And then last, you manage. There's an update on the code. That's where you go to do it. Let's go to the console here quickly. Then I'll show you how you can do all of this here. So this is the console. What you need to do, you look for CloudFormation, and when you get here, you see, so I have something here, so I'm gonna delete that. So you can delete it, okay, easily. So I'm gonna delete it. So it's deleted. So let's go back here, and this is where you go. So you come to the dashboard here, and you have some information. You can learn about this going to the documentation page here, and you can read more about that. So if you come back here, and here, there's even a video that can help you understand more about this service. You have benefits and features here. You can read those. I just talked to you about stacks, and there's a feature known as change sets. Change sets allows you to preview how you proposed your changes to a stack and how they can impact your running resources. All right. So to create a stack, you just click here, create stack, and this is where you can either choose an existing template, see here, existing template, or you can use a sample template that you may have on your system. And here you can build from application composer. So I'll show that quickly to you here. So click there, and this is like a drawing board. So whatever you drag from the left here, see here the many services here. Some you can't do, like Lambda functions here. So you're gonna, and it says about 1,000, over 1,000 services that you can integrate here. You can use here. So let's say I wanna create a bucket. So I'll just drag it and drop it here. Okay. And I can say, okay, so every time there's a change, I'll get a notification using the SNS topic here. So you can do this as let's say this is what I want to build, and so you have selected this, and what I want to do is now I can say click here, create templates. So I click there, and then they'll say, okay, continue to CloudFormation, use a different bucket. So every time you create a template, the code is stored in a bucket. See here? So it's gonna create, or you can use a different bucket here. If you have already created a bucket, you just put the name of the bucket here. All right. So I'll say confirm and continue. So I have my my template, and you see here your template was successfully imported from the application composer. So that's done. This is one way to do it. And when I do that, at the end, you just go to next here. I give it a name. I'll just say bucket SNS stack. All right. And you can add parameters if you want to, but we don't need any at this point. Click next. You can add like tags. You can also add permissions, or you can create a new one. But remember, this is it says optional. So leave the other advanced options here as default. Click next. So you have you come to this page where you review and then create your stack. So it gives you everything that you have set, every single configuration that you want for your CloudFormation stack here, and then press submit. So here it's gonna give you the progress here, create in progress. See here. And if you click first stack information, this is the place where you go to get all the information that you need about your stack. You go to events here. It's gonna give you kind of like a timeline of what not a timeline, but like every single step of the process. You're gonna see it here. You're gonna see here that the bucket has been created, and then SNS topics policy has been created. SNS topic has been created. So what you do, this is the output. There's no output. We didn't set any parameters here. We didn't set any change sets. We didn't sync this with any Git account. So now if we go to SNS, let's go to SNS here to see if we have created our topic. So click here, see topics here. You see we've created one here. Bucket SNS, that's the name that we give to our stack. So it's been created, and then you can go also to the bucket. So let's go to the bucket. Let's see S3 bucket here. So S3 bucket, you're gonna see our bucket here created, and our bucket has been created. So you see this is the bucket, but this is our code resides in here. All right, our code resides in here. And if you click here, this is the bucket that we wanted to create originally, and this is the bucket the CloudFormation required to create, so that the template will be stored here. And you can look at the if you click here, permission denied, of course, but this is where your code resides, and we will not look at that now. But if we come back here, let's see, so we are stack here, so we go to template, so you click here, template here, so you're gonna see your template. So this is how the template looks for every stack that you want to create on AWS using CloudFormation. And so that's how it works. And I'm gonna have a real demo on how to use CloudFormation, and but at least this is a high-level overview of how you can use the service and the key features it has, as well as the benefits. So thank you so much, and I hope this video was very helpful. But before you go, let me take you here, because you need to clean up. All right, I'm gonna need to clean up, and to clean up we need to go to our stacks here, and we're gonna have to delete it here. So click delete and delete. So it's gonna delete. If you refresh here, you see delete in progress. And if you go to your SNS, you refresh, you see our SNS topic is deleted. Go to the buckets here and refresh. You're gonna see that our buckets will be deleted. And I think this one will stay here. This is what you have to do manually. So you select here and then go to first empty. So you're gonna have to type in this here. See here, copy, paste it there, and then go to empty here. So you're gonna have to empty it. So I'm gonna exit that, and now you can delete it. You cannot delete a bucket if it's not empty. First you have to empty it, and then you can delete it. So I'm gonna take that, put it here, and then delete bucket. All right, and then always verify buckets. We don't have any buckets here. Topic, I'm gonna refresh this. No topic here. Stacks, I'm gonna refresh. We have no stack. And this is the end of our video. Thank you, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.